Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Coach Andres with coachingwithandres.com. And thank you, ladies, for tuning in. We have a very interesting topic today because you know what? I'm going to have to give him credit. George, he's the cameraman behind you, the camera. You can't see him, but he sees me. He's come up with a great idea. I have my topics I had research here on my laptop, but I was like, I'll go to that later. I want to talk about this. Because I share with him my experience on something, and he talks about how you should bring that to light in the conversation of this video. Brings more relatability, puts you in the seat of the viewer that you are in the same situation and how to put myself in your shoes. First dates. First dates. The good, the bad, and the ugly of the first dates. That's what we're going to talk about. And I just went on a first date 3 weeks ago. But before I talk about that or my suggestions and tips, tools, not rules on the first date, I would love and appreciate your subscription. It's free. Hit that bell for notified for future videos. And during this video, I want to hear your point of view. I want to hear your first dates. I want to hear your opinion, or if you have questions, or even if you have criticism of what I'm saying or you don't like what I'm saying, I want you to express yourself because I'm going to respond. We're going to have a discussion. I want to be able to learn on what you like or what you don't like so I can constantly, adapt and evolve for future videos. And while you're also listening, I do have a special offer I want to hand to you all, a special gift. So please stay tuned, keep up, and it'll be coming up, a special gift for you all. First dates. I did a video a while ago about how, stay single until ... And I did a variety of different pointers. And one of them was stay single until you have the energy to date. And not just conveniently Netflix and chill or conveniently swipe and do something simple and casual and boring. Have the energy to date yourself on a date. And what do you mean by that, Coach? What do you mean, date yourself on a date? Be excited to set up a interesting, adventurous, creative date for something new for yourself. And you happen to choose someone to be a part of it. If love and sparks and fires and all those beautiful things come from it, great. If a kiss comes from it, great. But that's not the point. That's not the goal. That's not the lesson. It's the experience you're doing for yourself. Dating yourself on a date. Surprising yourself on a date. Because that is exciting. That's attractive. That's sexy. That's something different. I'm going to elaborate. When you do a typical date with no creativity, you're basically representing how you just follow the same pattern of how everyone else dates. And you're not really excited for it. You're kind of nervous. Okay, we're doing dinner. We're sitting across each other for 2.5, 3 hours. We got to think about conversation. Hopefully I don't drink too much wine. I don't know how much I have in my wallet. Hold on, what's she going to order? I have to talk about his questions. I have 21 questions. Am I going to interview her or am I going to scare her off? Oh my goodness, I have to fart. That was not me on a date. I'm just saying you just put so much pressure on yourself because you're in a restaurant, intimate setting, and you don't even know the person and you're constantly interviewing the person. You don't even know if you're actually going to date the person or ever see the person again. So I'm just so anxious before I even go on the date. Why would you want to do that to yourself? Why would you want to set yourself for that? Been there, done that. You do that. Something fun, an experience. Because regardless what happens with the date, the experience defines the night, not the person. And if that person doesn't enjoy that experience, then you know you don't want to continue more experiences with that person. But the experience is the memory. The experience is what you're going to take on and say, dating me is going to be different than anyone else. Let me elaborate. My first date in a while, in a long time, And we were talking and getting along very well over the phone. Not texting. You know what I coach. Phone, call, voice. Yeah, still works. And small text through the day. You know how I coach. Small positive statements during the day. And then when we make a time that fits our schedule, I call and we talk. And she calls and we talk. And then eventually I asked her out. And so I don't live in Miami. I live 50, 60 miles northwest away from there. And I don't go to Miami often, but I was like, she lives in Miami. Let me go down to Miami and plan something different. And she's like, that'd be great. So after we scheduled the date to be on a Friday night, I go online and I look up events, activities, Friday night on that weekend. And then I see a Great Gatsby party at, the Alfred DuPont building, downtown Miami, from 11 p.m. until 4 a.m. with performers, dancers, singers, acrobat, freaking gymnasts, fire flame blowers, sword swallowers, obviously the drinks and snacks and hors d'oeuvres, and obviously the costumes. The whole freaking Gatsby movie scenario in one building for one night. I was like, I want to go to that by myself, and it would be cool to go with that with someone who would enjoy it. That's an amazing, cool ass. That's freaking amazing. That sounds like a fun. How do you not like the Gatsbys? Like George Costanza's. Come on, Jerry, we could be like the Gatsbys. And then he goes, I don't know what that means. The Gatsbys are people who everyone wants to hang out with and do something because they're living it up. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to come off too, let's say, forward in the sense of staying out that late. But I'm going to ask, hey, such and such, on the phone, not text. Would you like to go to a Great Gatsby party with me? A play? Like a performance? No, a party. We dress up and we go to a Great Gatsby party. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Where did you find that? In Miami. I didn't even know about that. Well, I looked it up. Yeah, well, what time? I was like, but it's kind of late. Hopefully it's not offensive. It starts at 11. Sure, it's Friday night. I don't work Saturday morning. Great. Awesome. So how about we go to dinner before? And you mentioned how you love Peruvian food. Guess what? I'm Peruvian. We'll go to Ceviche 105. I hear is really cool in Brickell. We'll grab dinner. I'll meet you at the restaurant because I'm going to come down from where I live. And I'll meet you there. And then we'll have dinner. We'll do the dinner thing, of course, a late dinner. But we'll go to the Great Gatsby party. And she's like, that sounds awesome. That sounds so creative. Yeah. I was like, awesome. See you there. And she was like, are you like dressing up? I was like, well, I mean, the video and the promotional flyer, I think I don't own a tuxedo, but I'm going to go buy a black bow tie and I already have a black suit and I'll just kind of put it together. She's like, okay, I think I have a dress that fits for Gatsby. And I was like, let's do it. Who cares? Let's have fun. She's like, okay. So it's so funny, as our first date, we haven't seen each other in person in years. I was like, let me know when I'm here at the restaurant. Let me know when you pull up. I'll come outside and get you. And so she says, I'm here outside. Gentlemen, take notes. If they show up wherever you are, you don't wait for them to come in. You get your ass up and you go out there, the door, at the street or wherever, and then you walk them in. And not only do you walk them in, you better open the door. And when you open the door and let them in, you make sure you let them in first, but then you step forward. And these are small little tips. You step forward in front of her, and then you lead her into the restaurant. And it's not a macho move. It's not a power move. My dad taught me this. It's a secure move. You enter a new room and you make sure you enter it and you And I know it's a little old school. And he's like, but you observe the setting to make sure it's safe. And you kind of bodyguard, protect as she comes behind you to make sure nothing happens. Let's say a waiter's about to fall and drop glasses of water, or some fight's about to break through, or, something, slippery floor right there. Watch out. These are, I know, once in a million it'll ever happen, but it's the idea of you securing her to let her know that if anything happens, I got it. It's kind of like his other tip my father taught me. When you walk on the sidewalk, you don't let the lady walk closest to the street. You let her walk on the inside, because supposedly our leg on our arm is going to stop a car or a biker from crashing into us. But that's not the point. But you get the idea. Secure, protect. Gentlemen, chivalry is not dead. So as she says she's here, I go outside and she looks stunning. And she was like, I really feel like we're overdressed. I was like, of course we are. We're going to a Gatsby party and no one is dressed up like we are right now around us in the streets. And as we enter the restaurant, no one's dressed up like us by the waiting line of guests or the lobby or anything. And as we were walking towards our table, no one's dressed like us. I mean, they're dressed up Friday night, but not bow tie and elegant dress. She's like, I really feel like we're overdressed. And I was like, yeah, but it's okay. Don't worry. It's all right. But as we're circling around to our table, then we see a group of 6 people in the corner of the bar, and they're all dressed up Gatsby. Immediately, Gatsby? Gatsby. Yeah! We go over there. We order a round of shots. We have a great time. We hit it off, social media exchange. And we're like, okay, so we'll see you at the party. We're going to go have dinner? Yeah, we'll have a drink at the party. Love the outfit. Love it. And she's like, okay, I feel more comfortable now. See, people are looking at us wondering, where are we going? What wedding are we crashing? Or what party are we going to? The Gatsby's. So we go to Ceviche. We have our dinner. We have a great time around like 8:30 until like 10:30. And the event starts at 11. And then we close up. And then another little snip tip, gentlemen, take notes, or ladies, observe this. When the check comes out, don't let the waiter come to you with the check. Anytime that if she leaves to go to the bathroom, or you excuse yourself to the bathroom, try to track him down and slip him the card. And you say, here. So it's never that presentation of the checkbook. It's already taken care of. So it's already comes there with the transaction, the receipt, and you're like, boop, and you sign it. And you always get the same reaction from the lady. Oh, when did you? Got you. And they appreciate that. They appreciate that move. And she did. So we finish up, and then we go get on an Uber because, again, I don't like to drive in Miami. I don't like to drive if we're having, drinks or so. Just it's peace of mind. I don't want to worry about parking. So we take an Uber, and here's another tip, ladies. When you're in an Uber, I always ask the Uber driver, how's your night going? And it's just a basic courtesy to treat everyone the same. One of the videos I've done before is about make sure you treat the busser like the owner of the restaurant. You treat everyone the same. No one's below you. You're not better than anyone. That's also another good characteristic in someone you see on a first date. And she really appreciated that. Wow, you're so kind to everyone. You really do care. Well, he has taken us to the party. He is, we're in his car kind of thing. Why would I not ask how his night going? And you see the Uber driver looks back and say, well, it's going really well. Thank you very much. You guys look great, by the way. Start nice engagement, nice little conversation. And then she makes a comment. You're very interesting. You're just kind of you're on your own little wave over here. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Because I'm on a date with myself, on a date with you. This is going to be an experience. Regardless what happens with us, regardless if we fall in love, regardless if we kiss at the end of the night, regardless anything, this is going to be memorable. Because when I go on a date, it's going to be memorable. And so we went on the date. We go there, show them the tickets. And then we go up, and then we're greeted with champagne and dancers and feathers and all these other cool things. And we had an amazing evening and dancing and performers and desserts and hors d'oeuvres. It was a very, very cool party. My point is, I've always wanted to go to a Great Gatsby party. And I chose someone who I felt was cool enough, not about just dating, but like literally just cool enough, who would appreciate it. So ladies or gentlemen, if you're watching, when you're going on a first date, do something you haven't done that you've always wanted to do. And try to pick someone cool enough without just serious love intentions or so romantic and intimate. Don't put all that pressure. If someone can't have fun at a Great Gatsby party, I don't want to get to know who you are. If someone can't have fun at a Great Gatsby party, I don't want to have a second date. So we need to remove the pressure of the typical first dates and do a date for yourself on something you've never done, you've always wanted to do, something you will always look back and say, that was awesome. And you shared it with someone cool. And watch that develop into something real. If it's just a relationship, a friendship, who knows? But the point is, you're changing the approach, you're changing the game on how people date. And you remove the pressure. At the end of the day, you want to establish some level of friendship first. I get it. I'm eager and want a relationship, girlfriend, love, and all that. But I'm not desperate for that. I'm in no rush to date her. I'm in no rush to get to know her. I want to see if there's friendship can establish on its own, naturally. Do we like the same things? Do we have similar interests, outlooks on life? Are we in the same page in the world? Do we, everything, all those cool things that you want? Because at the end of the day, don't we all want to marry your best friend? And we always approach just this typical only romantic way, which Great Gatsby is very romantic. But when you only put on the boyfriend hat before you're even the boyfriend, you put too much pressure. That's exactly what I just thought of it. When you put the boyfriend hat before you're even the boyfriend, you put too much pressure on yourself. And ladies, when you put the girlfriend hat before you're even the girlfriend on the first date, you're putting too much pressure. You have girlfriend intentions. You have girlfriend desires. But be that cool friend who that person wants to take you anywhere and everywhere and experience new things like the Gatsby. First dates. Let's be different. And if you're on a dating app, dating profile, dating website, and they have their interests of hobbies, use that. It's very resourceful to create a first date. She mentioned Peruvian food, and she lives in Miami. Well, I guarantee she hasn't done this in Miami. I know I haven't. Boom, boom. Be different. Be excited for first dates. Remove the pressure and do something for yourself with someone cool. Thank you for watching. My name is actually, you know what? I forgot to say the surprise and the gift. Here it is. Valentine's Day is 365 days this year, 2023. So I know this video will be posted past Valentine's Day. So my Valentine's Day gift to you all is comment that you're interested in a coaching session. And I'm going to offer you a special discounted rate for any of my sessions. I reply to your messages myself, not anyone else. So if you're very interested on this, you let me know and I'm going to offer you a special rate and we'll get started. My name is Coach Andres with coachingwithandres.com. I'm always here to help. See you soon.